Shabbat Shalom. Yes. Everybody, welcome to the temple for our Men's Club Shabbat, our annual time that we get together as a men's club. And we give a lot of parts out to our members and make sure they come and show up for a nice Sabbath ceremony tonight. And we gave our songstress the night off tonight, but we found a couple of guys outside that are going to help us out with the guitar and with the singing. Rabbi Nico is here and Fred Jacobson with his guitar, so we have a lot of help. And so for the opening song, we'd like to ask Rabbi Nico to get us started.
לקראת כלה בליל שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בליל שבת Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom Umevorach.
So for gentlemen that are doing readings tonight, you're welcome to come up by the side of the podium or stand by your seats and speak really loud. And the first reading will be for our Men's Club President, Greg Spalter.
We gather tonight with friends and family to welcome Shabbat. And as we do on Shabbat, we step back from the restlessness of our daily occupations, from the frenzied pursuit of success, and take sightings on our course through life. Tonight, we acknowledge our essential interdependence with our fellow human beings, that to sustain life, we must live together in society and work together if we are to realize our aspirations of a rational and spiritual life. We further acknowledge that this principle has meaning only to the extent that we enforce it in our own lives. Concepts of equality, justice, and dignity are sterile unless they are brought to life in our daily confrontations with each other. To ensure the dignity of our lives, we must reach out to touch and demonstrate our concerns by deeds.
And now we'd like to invite up Mrs. Man of the Year, Evelyn Bell, to do the Shabbat candle blessings on page 120 in your Machzor. Amen. Thank you, Evelyn. Now we'd like to invite up our President, Henry Cohen, for reading number 2.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. There is holiness when we strive to be true to the best we know. There is holiness when we are kind to someone who cannot possibly be of service to us. There is holiness when we promote family harmony. There is holiness when we forget what divides us and remember what unites us. There is holiness when we are willing to be laughed at for what we believe. There is holiness when we love truly, honestly, and unselfishly. There is holiness in a little boy running in the back of the sanctuary. There is holiness when we remember the lonely and bring cheer to a dark corner. There is holiness when we share our bread, our ideas, and our enthusiasm. There is holiness when we gather here together to reach God through prayer.
Thank you. Rabbi Nico is going to lead us in Lecha Dodi, page 138 to 139.
ידה לה 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 לך דודי ידה לה 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 לקראת כלה ידה לה 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 פני שבת פני שבת נקה ולי ידה לה 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 לך דודי ידה לה 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 לקראת כלה ידה לה 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 פני שבת פני שבת נקה ולי שמור וזכור בדיבורך השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה יאי די די ידה לה 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 לך דודי ידה לה 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 לקראת כלה ידה לה 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 פני שבת פני שבת נקה ולי ידה לה 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 לך דודי ידה לה 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 לקראת כלה ידה לה 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 פני שבת פני שבת נקה ולי לקראת שבת לכו ונלחם כי מקור המלאכה מראש מקדם נסוכם סוף מעשה במקשבה תחילה יאי די די ידה לה 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 לך דודי ידה לה 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 לקראת כלה ידה לה 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 פני שבת פני שבת נקה ולי ידה לי 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 ידה לי 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 ידה לי ידה לי ידה לי יאי לה לי 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 יאי לי לך דודי לקראת כלה ידה לי ידה לי ידה לי משבת נקבלה היי די די התעוררי התעוררי כי בהורך קומי אורי 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 שירה ורי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה ידה לי ידה לי ידה לי פני שבת נקבלה ידה לי לך דודי לקראת כלה ידה לי ידה לי ידה לי פני שבת נקבלה היי לי לי לא תבושי ולא תקלמי מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי איי איי בך יחסו עניי ימי ונבנתה עיר על תילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידלי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. היי היי היי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידלי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. היי היי, בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידלי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. היי היי היי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידלי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה.
For our next reading, we invite Phil Marks.
For 6 days I have been a warrior. Like David, I went to battle against giants. Only my battles were waged with other communers on the road, and with my competitors, and even with my customers. I led an army of subordinates, and we reported to 4-star generals, bosses. I found myself fighting bills and chores. I was losing the battle against time. Finally, a truce had been called. Its name is Shabbat. And it has arrived not a moment too soon. The noise of the war of life had dimmed. Calmness is settling in around me, and perhaps I will calm down before this Shabbat is over. God, over this Shabbat, allows me to make peace with my giants and with myself.
Now we invite up Jay Weinshaker for the Chatzi Kaddish on page 144.
Yitkada v'yitkada shamei rabba v'yalma divra pirutei v'yamlik malkutei v'chai yechonu yomecho u'kayedeko v'Yisrael bagala bagala u'bizman karev avimaru amen. Yeheshmei Rabba Mevora Me'olam Ulo Me'omaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yipar V'yivramam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yithale V'yithalo Shmei D'Kudashah B'rehu Leilom Mikol V'chata V'shirata Tushpechata v'nechemata Tamiram v'yama v'maru. Amen. Please rise from the brachu. Sorry.
Fred Jacobson's going to lead us in the Baruch Hu.
La 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 la. 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 La 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 la. המבורך, המבורך, לעולם ועד.
Be seated. Steve Belasco is going to read the Ma'ariv Aravim on 148.
Please feel free to join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteah sha'arim, u'v'na mishaneh itin, u'ma'alif et hazmanim, u'misader et ha'kokavim, b'mishparotehem b'rkia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei hoshe, v'hoshe mipnei or. Umavil yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom umevi laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El hai v'kayom, tamid yimloch olenu li'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
And now for reading number 4, Tony Cipriano.
It was in my way.
Yeah, but don't rearrange the furniture. You got a reading part, okay?
Well, we'll do that over there. On this Brotherhood Shabbat, we enter the sanctuary to unite in worship. We come unto you, O God, ever mindful that you have created all people. And Cain spoke unto Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against his brother and slew him. And God said to Cain, where is Abel, your brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? We pray as our ancestors did before us, that God will give guidance to our minds and hearts, as we seek by our acts of daily living to answer the eternal question, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am my brother's keeper. Through our prayers, we can bring God near to us. We can come to understand God's role in the universe, and we can be led to live in such a way that all people will know that God is one. May our endeavors, our study, our prayer, our interactions help us to achieve these goals.
Thank you very much. Now we'd like to invite Howard Brass to read the Havat Olam on page 150, or sing, whatever. On page 150.
Havat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Avta, Amcha Avta, Torah u'mitzvot, Kukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta, Al Kain Adonai Eloheinu b'shkuvenu, Kumenu nahasiach b'chukecha, V'znidmak b'duvrei Toratecha, U'b'mitzvotecha li'olam va'ed, Ki hem chayenu, V'yorek yahameinu, Uvahem negei yomam v'layla, Yogin yomam v'layla, V'yahavacha al tasir, Mimenu li'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael.
Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. And now we're going to turn to the Shema on page 152. Shema,
Shema
Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu
Vahavta on page 154. Vahavta
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושילמתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלבתך בדרך ובשופקך
ובקומך ובשרתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישורך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Amen. We invite Max Litt for reading number 5.
Adonai our God, tonight we celebrate the men who constitute our brotherhood. We acknowledge their tireless service to our community. We pay tribute to their commitment to our heritage. We honor their love of their family, and we celebrate their unique spirituality and humble reverence of the sacred in their lives. May their heroism, generosity, truth, and sincerity continue to enrich the life of our beloved temple forever. Amen.
Thank you, Max. And now Fred Jacobson is going to lead us on Mi Kamocha on page 158.
Trying to sign up earlier next year and get some English parts.
You snooze, you lose. And thanks, Cindy, for having him come here tonight. So Fred, are you ready?
Sorta. You know, listen. I could still have you do this. Let's see. All right. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha v'yalim Adonai, mi chamocha medar b'kodesh, Norah tehila osefele, Norah tehila osefele. Malchudecha ra'u vanecha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe, Ze'eli anu ve'amru, Ze'eli anu ve'amru. Adonai yimlov le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimlov le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, Norah tehilot osefeh, Norah tehilot osefeh. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
That's great, thank you. See, if anesthesiology doesn't pan out, you got something else you could do. I'd like to invite Stan Pesner up for reading number 6.
Friend. This week has been long, and at times the work has been hard. There were business associates who wanted more than we could give. There were those who asked for far more than they had a right to ask for. We felt our control falter and sway. It has not been easy. God tells us we are holy. God commands us to be holy. While it has not been easy, God has given us Shabbat. Shabbat offers us the opportunity to free ourselves from the daily turmoil and look within to realize the holiness that exists in each and in our world. This night Shabbat is special for brotherhood. We have the opportunity to show the sacredness and the spirituality within each of us. Although we do not often express it in words, as we will tonight, nevertheless we feel it. And more importantly, our brotherhood members demonstrate it through our actions all year long. Through our worship tonight, we give the voice to this, and together we share that voice with you, our community.
Rabbi Nico is going to lead us in Hashkivenu on 160, prayer for peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Be'amidenu shomreinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Be'amidenu shomreinu lechaim Ufros aleinu Sugat Shlomecha Betaknenu be'etzah Tova milefanecha Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'amidenu shomreinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'amidenu shomreinu lechaim Baruch atah Adonai הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
For reading number 7, we ask Mike Flashner to come to the podium.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On the Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On the Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On the Shabbat, we are reminded that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. Therefore, we welcome Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace.
Now we turn to page 162 for the Vishamru and for Jeff Schwartz. 162.
Bnei Israel et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat L'dartam berit olam
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל, עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
So we please rise for the tefillah on page 164. Friday night, we say it silently after we do the beginning part where we say, Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips, may I declare your praise. Silent tefillah 170 to 181.
רוני שמחות.
We ask Mitch Shapiro for reading number 8 before we go into Oseh Shalom and Shalom Rav.
These quiet moments of Shabbat open my soul. Blessed with another week of life, I give thanks to the Eternal who creates and sustains us. For all the good I have known during the days that have passed, I am very grateful. I know I have not always responded with my best effort, but often I did earnestly try. I have tried to give my family's love and devotion, and I pray that I may grow more loving as the years pass. Even as I regret my weakness, I rejoice in my accomplishments. Let these achievements, O God, lead to many others. May I be blessed on each Shabbat with the sense of having grown in goodness and compassion. There have been times when I endeavored to help those in need. Now I only ask that I may be able to do yet more. Let my actions testify to my worth, as your partner in creation. More and more, let me find my life's meaning in working with others to bless our lives by making this a better world.
Now we bring back Fred Jacobson for Shalom Rav, which is on page 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon Hachol HaShalom. Ki atahu melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'anecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael. V'chol edu v'chol shah yishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Can I ask Rabbi Nico to lead us in Oseh Shalom, which is on page 180?
Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam. Oseh shalom bimromav, yaseh shalom aleinu. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Hu yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam.
May the one who makes peace in the high heavens make peace for us, for all Israel and all who inhabit the earth. Amen. Now we'd like Gary Gruber to come up and read the prayer for our country, which is somewhere in this book.
320 something.
Thus says Adonai, this is what I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness and unite the cords of lawlessness, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke, Share your bread with the hungry, and take the wretched poor into your home. When you see the naked, give clothing, and do not ignore your own kin. If you banish the yoke from your midst, the menacing hand, the evil speech, if you offer compassion to the hungry and satisfy the famished creature, then your light shall shine in darkness. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Now we'd like to invite our Man of the Year, Mike Bell, to read prayer for the state of Israel on page 377.
She'alu Shalom Yerushalayim, Yishlahav Ohavayech. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem, for those you love. May those who love you prosper. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shelter it beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Mike Kokos is going to lead us into Misha Berach. So if anybody would like to mention somebody who's in need of healing and suffering from addiction, please call out their names as I wave my hand across. Taylor Bailey. Thanks, Mike.
Misha Berach is on page 109. Thank you. Middle of the page. You can follow along with me. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu, the source of strength, who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless the need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
At this time, I'd like to call up Mark Silverstein to deliver the Devar Torah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I've been suffering with a cough for the past week, and I have this here in case it goes wrong. All right. Thank you for that. This week's Parsha, Tzav, is a rerun of last week's Parsha, Vayikra, but with a slight twist. Both detail the sacrifices God commanded through Moses that the children of Israel present. They include the Olah, the ascending offering, Mincha, the meal offering, Chatat, sin offering, Shlomim, peace offering, and Asham, the guilt offering. The last one I will review more closely a little later. The main difference between Vayikra and Tzav is while last week's Torah portion delineated the carbonot that animals brought for sacrifice, this week's portion spells out the Kohen, the who, and also the how and the where. The location of the altar, according to Maimonides, is very exactly defined, and it is commonly held that it is the place where David and Solomon built the altar on the threshing floor of Arvanah. It is the very place where Abraham built an altar and bound Isaac, where Noah built an altar when he came out of the ark, where Cain and Abel brought their offerings, and where Adam offered a korban when he was created. And it is supposedly from this same earth that Adam himself was created. The sages conclude that man was formed from the place of his atonement. But we no longer offer sacrifices upon the altar. In his article, Understanding Sacrifice, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks notes that, along with monarchy, sacrifices were among the least distinctive features of Judaism in ancient times. Every ancient religion, cult, and sect had its altars and sacrifices. He points out how easily the sages constructed substitutes for sacrifice, 3 in particular: prayer, study, and tzedakah. Sacrifice, Rabbi Sacks concludes, is the choreography of love. A happily married couple constantly sacrifices for one another. Parents sacrifice for their children. Professionals sacrifice monetary gains to educate the poor, care for the sick, and fight for the justice for the weak against the powerful. Getting back to guilt now. In her article, From Guilt to Action, Rabbi Dorothy A. Richmond wrote that in the Parshat Tzav, a person who suspects or knows he is guilty of wrongdoing follows the ritual of Asham. He brings a ram without blemish to a priest to be burnt on the altar. His guilt feelings are healed by a public manifestation absolving him. She observes that something has been lost in the transition from the tangible sensory experience of smoke, fire, and flesh to the post-temple offerings of syllables. I hope I didn't put that too much on the mic. Okay. Guilt is part and parcel of the modern Jewish experience. From the countless jokes about guilt inducing Jewish mothers in Woody Allen films featuring their neurotic Jewish sons, to the more somber poems of Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel. Something in me confesses, I'm guilty 1,000 times for your distress. I want to throw my head at your doorsteps, prisons, hospitals, and beg forgiveness. Heschel wrote these words in Yiddish as a pre-Holocaust student in Europe. Later, in the United States, where he presented Martin Luther King Jr. the Judaism and World Peace Award, he wrote, "It is important to feel anxiety. It is sinful to wallow in despair. What we need is a total mobilization of the heart, intelligence, and wealth for the purposes of love and justice." Tzav gives us the model of Asham as a way to transform our inner feelings into communal acts of love and justice. Alone, we sink into despair, but together, through community action and advocacy, we heal. That's why, when my beautiful wife, Debbie, asks where my men's club donation goes, I no longer feel guilty. I proudly point to this organization as the altar to which I bring my good fortune, and they, like the Kohanim, provide the guidance and schedule for me to work with community programs like Pathways of Hope to turn what might otherwise end up as waste into meals for homeless and hungry. On that guilt-free note, I wish to everyone a Shabbat Shalom.
I normally would have shook his hand, but you know. Matter of fact, I think I'll go to this microphone. Okay, at this point, we would like to ask Greg Spalter, our men's club president, to introduce others who will be awarding the men's club man of the year.
All right. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to our men's club Shabbat. Appreciate it. Before we get to the Man of the Year presentation and all that, I have a little bit of business to take care of. And this will probably be the last time you hear from me in the role. I've got 2 months left as president, and it's been a great 4 years, but we're going to hopefully hand it over to somebody much more capable, right? But we'll put it out to vote and see. Anyhow, a few thank yous. First, thanks to Mark Filowitz, who kind of organized this and led us through the evening. Appreciate it. Rabbi Nico, thanks for helping out when needed and supporting us, for letting us do this at 7:30 and kind of doing it in an old school style way. Thanks to everybody who helped with the dinner, Miriam, and the ONEG, which we're sponsoring afterwards in the social hall. Mitch, Jay, and Mike. I think he was responsible for the challah, and Miriam wants to know where you got that. So, like I said, I'm coming to the end of my 4-year tenure, and it's been a great 4 years, but I want to thank everybody, all the men's club members who are active and participate. We couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you for that. And thank all the guys who've been on the board in the past. And this year, I want to take a second and introduce your board, because a lot of times I don't think everybody knows who's doing most of the heavy lifting for the men's club. So Jay's our executive vice president. Mitch Shapiro, Mike Bell, Marv Goodman. Yeah. Okay, don't. Gary Gruber. Mike Flashner and Mark Silverstein, who did a great job on the Devar Torah. Thank you. Like I said, we're coming down to the end of the tenure. There will be a slate going out next month, so be sure to vote. I think there's a few slots still open. So if you're interested in volunteering, see me or Jay. If you don't volunteer, you know what happens. We'll corner you and make you, like it or not. Last note of business, the Yom HaShoah candles are in the social hall. If you haven't picked it up, please do so. We're trying not to mail them out because it's very expensive, so any help you can give, either picking up your own, or if you have a friend you can deliver it to, that would be awesome. What are Yom HaShoah? Does somebody not know who Yom, or what, who? What? Yom HaShoah? Who? What? Okay. That's for another time. Anyhow, so pick those up. We did find a slight glitch. It looks like some of the W labels didn't get printed out, so Weinchecker, Weitzman, we'll get your candles later. We have to find out what happened there. Anyhow, that's business. Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the 2017 Man of the Year, who gets to present our 2018 Man of the Year. Jay Weinschenker, come on up.
All right. Thank you. Well, it's my pleasure to introduce Mike Bell. It's my pleasure to introduce Mike Bell. Let me start by saying Michael is humble. He will not talk about himself. I tried. After the Purim spiel, which he was a big part of, we sat down and I said, Mike, tell me the meat and potatoes of what you want these good people to know about you. What did you do that gives you this big promotion in life to the Man of the Year? And if you know Mike, he has a smooth way about him. And he just like strokes his chin and looks up. He says, well, you know, I've been on the men's club board with you for a few years now. I said, yeah, well, I know you came to a couple of the meetings. And he says, well, I was on the TBT board of directors. I said, Mike, temple board of directors throughout the country are filled with people who have no business being on them. Let's not put your good name out there like that. And he says, you know, he gets a smile. I was photographed carrying a Torah down the street. I said, that's good. A Torah, everybody likes that. That's good. He said, it was in the Orange County paper. I said, really? He says, yeah. But I can't find it online. It doesn't exist. So after like 15 minutes with Mike, I got a men's club board position, a temple board position, and a photo that may or may not exist. It's just hard pulling information from this guy. Well, lucky for me, Evelyn came by. I said, yeah. I said, Evelyn, I'm dying here. I'm trying to get something from Mike. And she says, yeah, good luck with that. Call me tomorrow. So the next day or 2 days later, I text her. And at the end of the day, I had literary gold in the form of a text in my phone. So with that, let me tell you about Mike. This is from Evelyn. I'm going to condense it a little bit here. Mike was the treasurer for TBT. He did programming. He's done Ways and Means. He's done facilities. He's currently a trustee. He's done charity work. He's done mitzvah meals. He's taught confirmation. He's built the Torah holder behind me. Mike, is there a picture of that in the Orange County paper? It may or may not exist. Okay, he's done the Purim spiel. Let me catch my breath there. He's done Shabbaton campouts. He's chants Torah. And in his personal time, he likes to do lathe work. He has a 3D printer. He likes to cook. He likes to bake. He likes entertaining. Maybe I'll get an invitation one day, Mike. He's an avid reader, and this I can attest to, seriously. He's an avid reader and can remember the most minute details of any book to where his family calls him a walking encyclopedia. And I have to add to that because when he comes to the history club, he gets like an assignment. Everybody gets an assignment, and he reports back on his assignment. He can sit there and pontificate with authority and without notes on everything that he's read. I'm not kidding. I'm not even exaggerating on that one. He's probably the smartest guy in the room, no matter what room he walks into, unless Evelyn's home that night. But he holds 30 patents, okay? He holds 30 patents. He's an avid stock picker. But here's the best thing that Evelyn told me about him, and I can picture this. He likes to get on the ground with his grandkids pretending to be a ferocious dinosaur. He's a wonderful husband, a good father, and an excellent grandfather. So let me wrap up by saying he's also a good ping pong player that beats me every Sunday. And Mike, this is a very well-earned award. Come on up here. And I am going to present this to you. Can everybody see it? There's a magnifying glass here. Hold on. Actually has your name on it. So Mike, congratulations. And I'm going to give up my parking spot to you in the parking lot. Plenty of free parking for the Man of the Year. And congratulations.
Tom. I don't know how many of you attended the Man of the Year banquet for the various temples, but the hosting president of the men's club for the hosting place mentioned that there was an award for the shortest speech. So I said ta and walked off, but I did come back and say a couple other things. I really appreciate getting this, and I really even more appreciate working with the great men at this temple and in the men's club. Thank you very much.
All right, so both of these are infected now. At this time, we'd like to invite up Judge Mitch Goldberg to lead us again in Kiddush.
You'll find the Kiddush on pages 122 and 123.
123, yeah.
Just 123. We're going to do the short version. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushonu b'mitzvotov v'rotzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava uvratzon inchilonu zikaron l'ma'aseh v'reishit Ki hu yom tehila lemikroe kodesh zecher letziyat mitzrayim ki vonu v'charta v'yotanu ki dahashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha Biava uvro'otzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat l'chaim.
We invite now, when Mitch is done drinking, a sip will do. Thank you. We'll invite Howard Brass up for the Aleinu on page 586 as we rise as I open the ark.
יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו, ושכינתו זו, בנובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו, אלוהינו, אבן מגנו, אבן צולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום להשבותה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ ועל הארץ מתחת אמות.
You know, we used to read the Kaddish list, and Rabbi Nico started a different approach, which I like quite a lot. So I'm going to use it. And I'd like to ask people to stand up for various things that they might be in memoriam for and to mention the people they're remembering. So first of all, we'd like to ask anyone who's had a recent a recent passing in the last week or so, to stand up if there's anyone here. Anyone in the last 30 days following the funeral? Names, please, Jay. And those in the first year of mourning? Miriam? Names, please. Stan? Sid? Goldberg. Jay, you already spoke. And if you have a yard site this week, Bruce Danto. Anybody else?
My father, Sam. My mother.
Sorry for. And we invite you to come up to these people during the Oneg and talk to them about their losses. And we turn to page 598, and you can stand or sit to join our congregation as we say the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Gadash Shemei Rabba.
Amen.
V'yalma d'yivra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kari v'yimru. Amen.
Yesh Shmei Rabba mevorach leolam ulmei almaya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalol shemei d'kudsha b'richu le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata ne'emata da'amiram b'yalma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shloma rabba min shemaya v'chayim oleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav v'yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, Yimru. Amen. May the memories be a blessing to us. And now I'm asking Rabbi Nico to lead us in a closing song. And here we have a tradition at TBT of joining with each other and swaying and singing with the song. It's sort of like a concert.
California. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שרת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שרת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שרת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שרת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שרת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שרת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שרת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שרת אחים גם יחד. שבת שלום. יש לילה שבת אל איש מרהנים. יש לילה שבת אל איש מרהנים. הודי לאהול מיד בינו וביני. הודי לאהול מיד בינו וביני. של כוח. ליי 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 יאללה ליי 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 ליי
אותי לאור ביד, בינו וביני. It's cool being a guitar player. I like being just a guitar player.